Hello, world. Welcome to another episode of After the Break. Here with a special guest, man. This right here is going to be one from across the waters, or overseas, if you please. A lot of Americans are feeling burnt out, divided, and disconnected. Today, I'm talking with Ray, an American retiree who left the U.S. and now lives in the Philippines. This isn't about saying one country is better than the other. It's about asking a real question. What can Americans learn from the Philippines? So welcome to After the Break, Mr. Ray Moore. Welcome to After the Break, Ray. Live from the Philippines. What's happening?
The beautiful Philippines.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And he also a boot boy, a Louisiana native, right?
Oh, normally I got my fleur-de-lis up here, so I always say who that, but
who that? Yeah. And that's how we connected from the cap, man. So Ray, you're living a real dream. But the question is, man, why the Philippines, Ray? Why the Philippines?
Well, at first I thought I was, just looking for a cheaper place to live and retire. I mean, the Philippines got a lower cost of living. But man, once I got here, just the vibe, the laid back, stress-free atmosphere. Like, people in the U.S. don't realize how much stress they're under until it goes away. And for me, over here in the Philippines, I just don't have that anxiety anymore of, not just cost of living and how am I going to pay for everything and grind, but just the relaxed atmosphere where you're just able to be a human being. Like, I know that sounds weird. It's like, oh, I could be a human being in the United States. But the thing is, like, human interactions have a little bit more stress involved in the United States just because of the culture. And I think it's sad.
So in America, it's all hustle bustle, man, the grind culture. Everybody going to get it, man, and coming back with it. Our lifestyle is just going. It's just going, man. So human interaction is almost inevitable, in order to achieve success.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Americans are taught that your value is tied to your productivity. In the Philippines, your value is tied just to being human. Like people over here, people just like sit and talk. They laugh. They show up for each other. Life still has problems, but it's not that constant pressure to be more every single second. Like over here, the pace is much more relaxed. I have a saying. I say it all the time. Wealth is happiness. Like, if you want to be wealthy, be happy. There's people that got 7 figures in the bank and are miserable. Like that's just a terrible way to live. So hey, I got nothing against people that are out there hustling on the grind, trying to improve their life. But if they're doing it without putting happiness first, they're putting the cart before the horse. Happiness is what should lead every decision you make.
Because that's always been my thing, Ray. Until I hit my number, I won't sit down. Until I hit my number to where I can slow down, because sometimes we got to work until we put ourselves in that position because the work got to be put in.
Yeah, there is no number. There is no number. Like, because people who tie their happiness to like what they get, their financial stability, their possessions. If your happiness is tied to that, then you got to continue grinding, accumulating to maintain your happiness. So it's a never-ending cycle. You're not going to hit a number and then change your whole mindset where, okay, now getting something, doing something is what my happiness is tied to. That's what I'm saying. You put your happiness first. I tell people all the time, it's like, look, if you're going to a job every day and you're miserable, I don't care how much that job pays. You need to quit that job. Find you a new job, restructure your lifestyle to accommodate whatever that lifestyle can afford you. If it brings happiness into your life rather than being miserable and depressed and stressed out, that's the life you want to lead. You know, some people can have it both. You know, some people, you know, have a high paying job that they love, and those are lucky. I mean, they're lucky. But for the majority of people, like, that get up every day and just, like, their first thought is, damn, I got to go to work. Like, that is no, like, I'll tell you what I do. Like, I try to. Every day I wake up, I try to think of 5 things that I'm happy about in my life. I do a mental checklist in the morning. It's like, man, it's like, I don't have to go to work today. I mean, I know everybody's not like that. This is my list. I always think I can make today whatever I want it to be. And there is an innate happiness and freedom in having that type of lifestyle. You know, and there's different ways to achieve that. I mean, you know, being in the US, you know, you can, which is the way I basically did it. Like, I spent most of my life being miserable because I didn't know any better. That's what I was taught. That's just what you do. You know, if you're a man, like, you just go to work, you do what you got to do, and, like, accumulate. And sometime in the future in your life, then you'll, like you're saying, you'll be able to afford happiness. You know, being without a job and retired and all that. But here's the thing, like, you can start being happy today. Like, you don't have to, because one thing we're not promised is another day. So if you're waiting for the day that you can be happy, you might just wait yourself out of that opportunity. Like, happiness starts today.
Man, ooh, Ray, you said a mouthful. See, you're gonna have a lot of people going over there getting tickets to come where you are, man. But you know, Ray, it's something that I noticed about the Philippines, right? And I noticed through watching your lives, but I noticed the culture of family.
Yes.
Like, that's something that I did notice. So what's something that stood out to you the most when you visit the Philippines and consider moving there?
Man, family over here is on a different level than what we experience as family back. Don't get me wrong. Like, a lot of people are close with their family, but it's just a whole different mindset. Like, for the younger generation, like, they are striving to get out of their living with their parents, being with their family, being independent. Like, here in the Philippines, independence isn't really a thing. Like, everybody's tied to everybody. They're connected. They're like, family is community. And of course, there's extended family, like, you know, your neighbors, your friends, like, everybody leans on everybody else. And, you know, there's some situations where, you know, some people may be leaning more than others, if you know what I mean. But
right.
Right. But there is, you know, a support system for everybody.
Right.
And the other thing is respect. You know, we say, you know, in the U.S., you know, we respect our elders. Like, we say that. In the Philippines, that respect is actually practiced. I'll give you an example. Little kids, not even little kids, but if you've got someone that is like meeting or addressing their elder, you know what they do over here? The younger person will take the older person's hand and put it to their forehead. It's called manopo, and it's getting the blessing from the elder. Like, I respect my elder, and I want them to bless me so that I can, achieve what I need to achieve in life, because I have respect for, that they've lived life before, they've been through it, and, it's like passing on, that knowledge and acknowledging, like leaning your head down, putting their forehead, like, it's like, you're above me.
Right.
Like young people today in America don't look at old people and say, hey, they're better than me. No, we've got it all figured out. Like, don't know what the hell he talking about. Like, he ain't living in today. He don't know what's going down today.
Yeah, don't know. don't know. Yeah,
don't know
what to talk about.
These young cats would be surprised. Technology changes. People don't change. Like, and the most important thing that you can learn from anyone is how to get along with other people in this world. Like, there's too many of these young people are out there. Like, it's all about me. It's all about me, what I'm doing. We are all stars of our own movie. Like, every single one of us, has our own life movie playing, and we're the star. But the thing people don't do is sometimes you got to realize when you're a supporting actor in someone else's movie.
God damn.
Sometimes you got to take on a supporting role in someone else's movie, and bring people into your life that's going to do the same for you, that's going to help make your life movie even better with their supporting roles. Most people just focus on the I'm the star aspect and never think beyond that.
Ray, man, I'm gonna start dropping bombs on the show, man. You gonna make me start dropping bombs on the show, man. God damn, Ray. Man, Ray. Okay, Ray. We talk about the question, because this is what people really want to know. How is the cost of living over there in the Philippines, man? Do you have to be wealthy? Does it cost as much to live? Like, can you be comfortable? Because the cost of living here is different, I'm sure.
My fixed bills are under $400 a month.
What the hell? Whoa, wait a minute.
Let me say that again. My fixed bills are under $400 a month. That is.
You got a car?
That's my rent.
Car?
No. I don't need a car. I don't want a car. Like, because it's just as convenient for me. I can walk out to the road, hail a jeepney, which is I'm not gonna explain it. Y'all get on Google, look up jeepney, see what it is. Man, it's common in the Philippines. But I can go out to the road within a couple minutes, get on a jeepney, pay, like 13 to 20 pesos to go wherever I need to go, and that works out to basically like 13 pesos would be less than 10 cents. Less than probably more like 5 to 6 cents to go wherever I need to go. Now,
God damn it, Ray, I'm coming tomorrow. Shit, I'm coming next week, man. I'm booking the flight, man. I'm coming out there. You $400 a month, Ray. I'm coming out. I'm booking the flight. So to the Philippines, here I come. I'm just saying.
So my rent and my condo fees together and the condo fees include water and all that. But my rent and condo fees are under $300 a month. My electricity and internet, like my internet is actually more than my electricity. My internet is let's say 16.99 pesos would be probably maybe about $30, and then my electric, like this last month, of course I wasn't here for a lot of this last month, I was traveling, but my electricity was like 750 pesos, which is about $12, but normally it's somewhere around $20 for my electricity where I live, because I don't have to run a lot of air conditioning, because like the I don't know, let's show y'all out here.
Ooh,
like
clutch.
Like this oh, there's a swimming pool. I don't know if you can see the swimming pool.
Yeah, but see it.
But and that's included in, like, I have access to the clubhouse, go over there, go in the swimming pool. And I did a video on my channel that, like, what is your budget for a comfortable life in the Philippines as a single person? Now, of course, it goes up a little bit, if whenever you're taking care of a woman, because women be expensive. But I would say, just like a baseline, if you're a single person and you have $1,500 a month that you can count on, that like it's coming in consistently every month, you can have a very comfortable lifestyle.
Wow, $1,500 a month.
Like I'm talking about comfortable, not just
comfortable.
Yeah. Like,
because you said 400 to live on. In the States, we spoiled. We want the 2,000 square feet. We want the Benz, we want the Lexus, we want the Jeep, we want the SUV, we want the Cadillac truck. You know what I'm saying? We want all that, man. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be way more than 400, and you're damn sure gonna need more than 1,500 a month coming in. So I'm just saying, what is the ego? Humility.
Ain't none of that make you happy.
Yeah, I know.
Look,
yeah,
like,
I know it. But think about that, though. Think about not only that, Ray, but even with that, right? You got the ego on top of materialism, and the competition with that. The pocket watches. Then you got the political aspect of things. People bumping heads with that. Then you got the racial tension on top of it, and everybody in competition with each other. So, man, what's it like out there as far as the competitive and the ego when it comes to the culture there? Like, does any of that exist there?
No. I'm sure. I'm sure that there's some expats, there's some people that come over that don't have their mind right when they get here, and but they're few and far between. Like, normally, everybody that comes over here, for one, we're all minorities. It doesn't matter if we're, from the U.S., if we black, we white, that don't matter. Like, we're all minorities over here. And in the U.S., this may be a hot take, but in the U.S., people live like, you got black culture and you got white culture. And, it seems like for black people and white people to get along, like, we have to try to kind of integrate into each other's culture and to fit in. In the Philippines, whether you're black or you're white, we're trying to fit into Filipino culture. So we both share that mutual experience of becoming integrated into our chosen place to live in the Philippines. Like, so that's like that's all shared experience for whoever comes over here. Like we're the same. There's no competitiveness like there is in the U.S. Like, oh, I got to have more than you. Like over here, and there's people that come over here, like they've got different income ranges, but I can get along with a multi-millionaire as well as somebody that's on Social Security and has a very limited budget. We're the same. Like money don't matter over here.
One of the biggest things that I consider is if I leave the States, how can I come there and make a living? So what's the job scene like if people want to come there and get employed? What's the employment opportunities like that?
The only way that you can work as a Philippine in the Philippines is if you're working for a U.S. company that allows you to work digitally, or you have
remote stuff.
If you have an online type job where you like you do editing or marketing or whatever, if it's like an online type job. But as far as coming over here and working in the Philippines, no, you cannot do that. Look, like if I was looking, I had that curiosity question. My trade was heating and air conditioning, HVAC.
Yeah.
And I Googled, like what is the average wages in the Philippines for, a qualified HVAC service technician.
Right.
And it was like at the upper end, it was like 10,000 pesos a month, which I'll put it this way, like my rent is 15,000 pesos a month. So, I remember I said my rent is less than $300. So that means my monthly wage would be like 200, maybe 200 and something dollars a month.
Damn.
Are you working 40 hours for 200 and something dollars a month? No. That's why the cost of living is lower over here because the wages are so low. My girlfriend, not gonna mention too much about her, but she was working as a security guard at the casino, the local casino here, and 8 hours was 8-hour shift was like 540 pesos. Now the exchange rate like now is somewhere around 58, 59 pesos. So that means like 590 pesos would be $10. So 540 pesos, less than $10 for an 8-hour shift. Not $10 an hour. Less than $10 for an 8-hour shift.
Damn.
So all that's being said is you're not coming over here and working in the Philippines and having a comfortable life. Like figure out how to bring you outside money in, whether it's grinding and purchasing a property in the U.S. and then renting it out and getting rental income, or like there's different ways you can have some kind of passive income as a younger person without having to wait till retirement.
What's the American population like in your area?
It varies. Like where I'm at, and it like where I live is more of like a tourist area. Like during the week, it's very quiet, and then people come here on the weekends because there's cooler temperatures. It's just not. It's nice here. Yeah, it's a good weekend getaway, and then people like Americans or foreigners will come here and spend some time just to experience here, which what I do too. Like I go to other places in the Philippines and visit for a while. But as far as like full-time like American or European like residents in the area I'm in. And I'll go with the broader area of like Cavite, which is the province that I live in. And you can think of province in the U.S. as like, a county, or
Yeah.
like in Louisiana, a parish. But so the county that I live in, I would say probably has somewhere between maybe 1,000 to 3,000 foreigners that live here full time.
Oh man. Not that many.
Yeah,
Not too many. Yeah.
no. I mean,
Yeah.
out of probably 500,000 people. I'm just going to throw a number. I don't know if I'm close or not, but there's at least
Yeah.
500,000 people, and then they would make up, like less than 1%.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's because a lot of people trying to push their culture in other places they go. That's something I always see. You go places, people try to come. Even when people move to cities, I've seen people move to cities and try to push the line from what they believe in on the city. And a lot of times it don't work. So I can only imagine going to another country that has a system designed that way with their own people already. Like, how is it, how is the culture there?
Don't do that.
People want to see a Walmart. They want to see a Popeye's chicken. Familiarity for Americans
Well,
when they touch down. Is there any?
well, yeah, absolutely. Like,
Yeah.
now, there's places that we call like an expat bubble, where like you're kind of isolated a little bit from the real Philippine. Like you could live in BGC, which is like a little kind of neighborhood area in Manila, and like they've got serious traffic. It doesn't have like all the traffic, and then it's very walkable, and there's like Outback Steakhouse and or Texas Roadhouse, or Popeyes, or I think even in like Manila they've got Taco Bell. I've heard Wendy's and Burger King and McDonald's and Chili's, and they've got the Western style restaurants.
So just not every.
Along with chains from other countries. Like there's Korean chains that have restaurants here for like Korean barbecue or whatever. But so there's areas that you can, and I tell people all the time that it may be a good idea for you to stay in one of these areas for your first few months, 6 months, to slowly get integrated before you venture out and try to like live. Like, it gives you a chance to kind of learn some things that you're going to need without getting plopped down somewhere and like how do I get around, how do I catch a bus, how do I order a taxi, or like just so that's a good idea to come to one of those areas like Cebu IT Park, Manila BGC. Those are probably the two biggest ones as far as kind of like Iloilo is becoming that way a little more like expat friendly.
Gotcha.
Every place is friendly. I'm just saying more what we're used to.
Well, we used to, yeah. Gotcha. So man, right up. But if you could give Americans 3 things to consider about the Philippines, what would they be?
Here's three things that Americans can learn from the Philippines, from the Philippine culture.
Yeah, yeah. Three lessons.
Slow down.
Slow down.
Like life is happening right now, and if you're rushing to get through it, you're gonna miss some stuff. You're gonna miss some opportunities. You're gonna miss some opportunities to connect with someone on a human level that may change your life or their life. You're gonna miss opportunities to spend time with loved ones who may leave before, or you may leave. I don't know, before, and have regrets. Like taking your time going through life is the best way to limit regrets in your life. Because one thing you don't get any more of is time. So use your time judiciously. Don't rush through life kind of being insulting to time. It's like, time don't matter. This is what matters. Money matters. You gotta value your time and make the most of it every second of every day, and keep your focus on what's around you in the present. Lesson number 2, and I kind of touched on this with time, like, people matter more than possessions. Like, money you spend strengthening personal relationships. I know it sounds girly and all that, because only women do that, because women are better at this than men. But women's big, like they'll send a greeting card or something to somebody. It may not be as prevalent as it used to be, but like they'll send a card to somebody. It's like, for their birthday, or their, like, someone else's anniversary, or like, they keep track of those things. Like, women are better at nurturing relationships than men, because men, women have more time to do that. And because of the culture that, men are on the grind, make money, grind, hustle, money. And that is an important role, in a traditional gender-based relationship where, which I believe in, but you got to have balance. Like, you've got to, because if you've got a good woman, she's going to understand, like, you being the best man you can be is more important than you making the most money you can make.
Ooh.
Let me say that again. If you've got a good woman in your life, she's gonna put more value on you being the best man you can be than you making the most money you can make.
God damn, Ray, I gotta get a bomb.
The third thing is, community is a strength, not a weakness. Like, you lean on each other. You, like, the whole thing, back in the day, you used to hear in the United States, it takes a village to raise a child. Like, that was like a big calling card. Like, you don't hear that anymore, because, like, back in the day, like, if you were outside, cutting up, being a little ignorant fool out there in the streets, Miss Johnson would come snatch you up and call your mama, whatever because there was always a Miss Johnson out there looking. I don't care what neighborhood you lived in. There was a Miss Johnson. Might not have been her name, but there was a Miss Johnson that was keeping an eye on what was going on.
For sure.
But and I'm saying that in a comedic way. And the thing is, we view that nowadays, or Americans view that nowadays as, people are busybodies. They want to be in everybody's business. Like, that's the perception. But Miss Johnson was generally looking out for you. Like Miss Johnson genuinely cared about you as a human being and how you were going to come up in the world. And Miss Johnson can't do that today because like the community turns, oh, she's just a busybody, wants to be in everybody's business. But she just cares.
Yeah.
We need to let people care about each other and not make that a bad thing. Community is a strength, not a weakness. And we need to embrace that. And I'm gonna end it like you gave me the 3, but I'm gonna give you a bonus because I always say on my channel, this is Ray's rules for life, and it's very simple. It is very simple. Everybody can remember it. Number 1, be happy. Number 2, let other people be happy. That's it. If you're doing those 2 things at all times, your life is going to improve dramatically. Especially number 2. Like, don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Like, focusing in your energy on looking at other people and judging their life is less energy you got towards putting to yourself and your happiness. Like, because complaining about other people, talking shit about other people, ain't nobody happy doing that. Like, you're not happy. Like, you're in a bad mood. Oh, look at that person over there. Oh, like, look at that man wearing dresses. That ain't your life. That's not your happiness. Let that man wear a dress if it makes him happy. I don't give a damn. Like he's not hurt. I'm using that as an example, and that's not, but you get my point. If someone is doing something in their life that makes them happy, you know, whether it's, you know, collecting model boats and, you know, jars or what, like, that may not be your thing, but it makes them happy, let them do it. Like, don't say, oh, they're wasting their time doing that. They should be doing this. That's one of the main problems I see, not just in the U.S., but in the world at large, is like, and this is like the anti-Miss Johnson. Because people are getting involved in other people's life only when they can do it in a negative way. Ain't nobody adding anything positive to other people's life. That's what Miss Johnson was doing. She was trying to make sure you was all right, that you came up all right. The Miss Karens in the world, their whole goal is to complain about the way everybody else lives their life and pull everybody down and create guidelines. Like, everybody has their own guidelines on how everybody else in the world should live. And that ain't the way it works. My life and my happiness is going to be completely different than your life and your happiness. And I fully support whatever you do in your life that makes you happy. I'm on your side. Come on.
Would you ever come back to live in the States for a time?
No.
Damn, man, you could have waited. You could have gave it. Oh, did you? Wait, you already thought about it, though. I ain't good.
Well, no, because I've said it a lot of times, and you know, knock on wood. Unless someone close to me passes away, and I need to come back for a funeral. At this point, I do not see myself coming back to the U.S. for anything. And don't get it twisted. I am not talking bad about the U.S. It's not because I have anything against the U.S. or like the idea of being in the U.S. is a turnoff for me. It's nothing like that. It's more of a been there, done that type mentality. I know what the U.S. is about. You know, I lived there for 55 years. I've been to every state outside of Maine, Hawaii, and Alaska. So I've experienced pretty much all that I need to experience from the U.S. So for me to go back, Like it doesn't make any sense. And I've also come to a point in my life, and everybody should make this assessment of, what is most important to you. And then that's where you live. Like, you try to find because there is no place, there is no city, county, town, country, continent that is the perfect place in the world. There's no place that has it all.
Right.
Absolutely none. There's people that'll nitpick. And any country can do it. You can point at something about this country that is so much better than that country. And countries do that. They say, oh, we're superior because our healthcare is better. Yeah, but there's all kinds of factors in choosing where you want to live. For me, the Philippines, cost of living, isn't the top thing on my list, because there are cheaper places in the world I could live. But if you factor that in with the fact that pretty much everybody speaks English, English is the second. English is one of the official languages of the Philippines. English is used in government, and pretty much all the signage is in English. So that makes it an easy place to integrate into as a native English speaker. The other thing is the ease of the visa. You can come over on a tourist visa as a visitor, a tourist visa, keep renewing that visa for up to 36 months. You can live in the Philippines for 3 years as a tourist without any problems, for the most part. Unless you act a fool, you can just keep renewing your tourist visa for 3 years. The ease of the visa in the Philippines is, next level. And so anyway, and number one reason, the people over here, just so amazing, just friendly, calm. You can walk up to any stranger on the street and say hi, and they'll smile at you, start talking to you, carry on a conversation. Again, nothing against the U.S., but if you walked up to a stranger in the U.S., they're probably, at least 90% of the time, their initial reaction is going to be, what does this person want from me? Are they about to tell me a story about how they ran out of gas and need a couple bucks? What do they want? Where over here, it's okay just to be friendly for no reason. You can't, in the U.S., it's hard to just be friendly for no reason. You've got to know someone to be friendly.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get to know new people. If you can't just randomly be friendly to them to begin with.
For real though, man. We just having that conversation the other day.
It's like this. When we first talked on the phone or on Messenger, video chatted, never met each other before in our life, and we talked for a good little while, and Lynn said, "Who are you talking to?" I was like, "I don't know." I did know, but it's we're just meeting each other, talking to each other for the first time, and it's Lynn, because I you're not the only one. I do that with a lot of people, and Lynn's she says why are you always talking to strangers? I said, because people are strangers until you talk to them. It's if you don't talk and get to know someone, they're going to remain a stranger.
That's so true.
So I'm all about meeting different people, learning from them, absorbing everything I can from different people, different cultures, just to become a better person. Because that's at the core, I know I said number one goal is be happy. But you do that by becoming a better person. Like if you truly enjoy who you are as a person, you're going to be happy.
Absolutely.
So it kind of works hand in hand.
Absolutely. Well, Ray, man, I really appreciate the time, man, and I just want to let everybody out there know this. This isn't about bashing America. It's simply to open the minds up to the world. And while you're out there, if you're considering traveling abroad, visiting, potentially going to live, consider the Philippines. And Ray, I definitely appreciate the information, man, that you shared. The energy, man. It's always good to meet another brother from the booth. You know what I'm saying? So at least I know if I come to the Philippines, another Saints fan I can cheer the team on with, man. You know, so I'm on with it, man. Definitely, man.
We got a few ones over here. I actually made gumbo a couple days ago.
Oh, man, that's what's up, man.
Your boy can cook. Your boy can cook.
Yeah. Well, you from back at the crib, I know you can. So if this made you think a little, if you enjoyed the conversation, like, comment, and share this interview. And Ray, for the people out there, man, tell them how they can check you out and support your channel, and how they get in contact with you for any other engagements.
Yeah, if you look on YouTube for Ray in the Philippines, like all together, RayinthePhilippines, Ray in the Philippines, all together. And appreciate it if you check it out. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. If it makes you happy, stick around. I enjoy my man here, his content. Y'all definitely subscribe to his channel. Straight up good dude. And we don't have enough of those in the world.
I appreciate it, good brother. I appreciate it, man. The time difference too, in case people miss you live, if they want to check you out live, there's a 14-hour difference?
It depends on where you are in the U.S. because, you know, the Philippines doesn't have daylight saving time. Like, it's always the same time in the Philippines, but, you know, depending on, and all of the Philippines are in the same time zone. So no matter where you are in the Philippines, it's the same time. So depending on where you are in the U.S. will depend on the time difference. Normally it's somewhere between 12 to 15 hours, like I said, depending on what time zone, what the daylight savings time is in the U.S. It'll normally range between 12 to 15 hours ahead here in the Philippines. Like, I'm living in the future. It's while we're recording this, it's Saturday evening for you, and it's Sunday morning for me. So
call you Ray McFly. Ray McFly. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm in the future. So if you ever need to know what the stock market's gonna do, no, I don't work that way. I'm just kidding.
Right. Whoa. You know they're gonna be hitting you up on that if that was the case.
No.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no. I wish I had inside information like that.
Yeah, definitely, man. And Ray, man, I definitely appreciate you, man. There's Ray in the Philippines on YouTube, man. Check him out. You can check out his prior posts, his prior lives. You can check him out live as well. Ray in the Philippines. Hey, Ray, man, thank you so much for the interview, man. Appreciate the time, man, the information, man. Definitely, bro. Till next time, man. Respect and salute.
All right, peace out.
Be gone.
Love you all.
I'm the same boy. You don't understand. You think I'm changing. Don't ask my neighbor. Ask my neighbor. Don't ask my neighbor.